You're dealing with onboarding, with what products should we be doing, you're dealing with hiring team members. If you don't have a system in place, you're scattered all over the place. You're like trying to figure out what problem do I need to fix, who's responsible for what, you can't track anything.
And what has like the impact been of the system so far?
The biggest thing is like, I can actually see where in the process we're having issues, fix that issue, and then we no longer have the issue. And the data, I mean, data is huge. Like, you're trying to decide where do you make decisions based on what's happening in the business. And if you don't have like an overarching view of like where the business is at, you can't make the right decision. It's helped me feel like I have a bit more of a grasp on like my business as a whole.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another Agency U case study, joined in the flesh with my dude, Clayton. How are we doing, my friend?
I'm good.
We're in Tulum at the Tulum Mastermind. So good stuff, learning a lot, having fun. Why don't you give a quick intro, who you are, what you do, all that good stuff?
Yeah. My name is Clayton. Run an agency. In the agency space, work with a lot of real estate agents. We're currently at a little over 200 in MRR. So, I've been awesome to work with Austin. And, I'm just here to talk a little bit about what we do and how they've helped us. And
come on, let's go. Well, why don't you, so primarily the last few months. So your company has worked with us for many years now. But in the last couple of months, we've really taken the initiative. You joined Inner Circle, which is one of our like build out programs, essentially, where we do a lot of things for you. Maybe tell us about what prompted you guys to make the decision to be like, okay, Agency U, Austin, team, like just build this for us. We need a system. Like, what were the constraints in the business from like a systems perspective?
Yeah. I mean, I think when you're running an agency, like one of the hardest things to do is like actually have a system in place for the services that you're delivering to your clients. So, you're dealing with onboarding, with what products should we be doing, you're dealing with hiring team members, and like one of the foundations to that is your system. As we've grown a lot more, I think I started realizing like how much a system is actually important. Like if you don't have a system in place, you're scattered all over the place. You're like trying to figure out what problem do I need to fix, who's responsible for what, you can't track anything. And so I think the biggest thing is like, as we've been working on our systems, it's helped me feel like I have a bit more of a grasp on like my business as a whole. Like I get the big picture. The team gets, the individual things they need to work on in like all in one place. And I just like the time it saves and the efficiency it saves from me and the team is like an absolute game changer.
Because what were you guys doing before? Like what was the system like before?
So we personally were using ClickUp. And, we had someone obviously helping out over like the projects, tasks, but like, I would say it wasn't as like focused on like the outcome of what we're, trying to do as a business. It's like, you kind of start building systems as you go. It's like, okay, I need this, let's build it. Oh, I need this, let's build it. And like, none of it's connected. And at the end of the day, your systems need to talk to each other. And at the scale we're at, we kind of need something a little more like custom, You can't just go and like, go work on ClickUp and automatically you can handle like 300 projects a month and you have 50 team members and every single team member knows exactly what to do. Like it's just not, there's nothing like that. A lot of those systems are built for like, I need simple task management. I need this and that. So like, at some level we needed to really step it up to actually get like the whole thing organized.
It was more reactionary versus like, okay, how can I use this data or how can I use what the team is doing to actually tell a story in the business so that I can make decisions based off of the story that is told.
Perfect.
And then what about like the team side of things? Because you have a lot of people on your team. So from a systems perspective, like what were we doing before from like the team and how is that impacting the team, would you say?
Oh, I mean, I think when we first told the team that we were going to like build out a system, they're all like, whoa,
Yeah.
Because everyone's kind of like pushing back on the change. Like we like what we have, but at the end of the day, we have to make a decision for like what we actually think is best for the team. And sometimes they don't really know like what's possible. And like we didn't even really know what was possible. And so I think after kind of building out our systems and like actually you guys like looked at every part of the business, like where are you guys having issues here? Or are you having issues there? And like, because you guys have done it so many times, you're able to like help. Oh, here's what we would do in that situation. Or here, like, you guys talk with our team? Like, you had a one-on-one call with every single department in our team to figure out, like, what do they actually want, which I think is just, like, so valuable. And our team came back to us and they talked to us about how, like, important that was for them.
Cool.
And now that we're actually implementing it, I think they're starting to realize, like, oh, this is, like, way more organized. Like, I can actually see, like, where I'm tracking things. I can see exactly what I need to do today. I know exactly what's for next week. I know what my expectations are for my task, and like when you go into like what we were doing before, it's like it was more like an unspoken, like, this is kind of what you're supposed to do. And like, it's going to be on some board and you have to find it and figure out like what you actually have to do. And now it's like, they log in every day, they look at their task and it's right there. Like every single role is like on point. So it just makes it, I think they're going to start to like really enjoy it over.
For sure. Any other constraints in like the system side of things? So we talked about like the ClickUp to Notion migration, which is fine. No hate on ClickUp, like appreciate ClickUp. I think it's cool. I think they all have their own thing. And then the team aspect, anything else that was like a constraint from like the system perspective?
Yeah, I mean, like when people talk about systems, like it's kind of this like big term that no one really defines like what really systems are. But like systems are like everything. It's your client fulfillment, it's your onboarding, it's your training, it's your hiring, it's your customer service, like your, how happy are your customers, happy is your team. And I think another thing of working with you guys is like actually understand like what are all the things you can build systems for. And so like, we've built out the fulfillment side, right? We have like pod structures for how we deliver our content and for our clients, like how our internal team is structured. We've got a hiring funnel that's built out for like when we're hiring. No longer are we just like post a job on Indeed and hope someone checks Indeed or LinkedIn and like then has to document it somewhere. It's like, no, it's all posted somewhere, then brought back into the systems, and we can, organize it through there. And the data, I mean, data is huge. Like you're trying to decide where do you make decisions based on what's happening in the business. And if you don't have like an overarching view of like where the business is at, you can't make the right decision. Like you have to know the data, like what is our churn rate? What is our lifetime value? How many customers are actually, how many leads are we getting? Like all those data points are helpful. And if you can build every single one of these things into one system, you're not having to use 10 different platforms. You're not having to go in to find it all. It's like one place, your team's there, your systems are there, and it just makes everything like so much more organized. Like so much better.
So obviously like Inner Circle and like custom build out, that was pretty much like what you needed at that time. I guess you guys had started to use Notion a little bit on your own, but what was the decision process like, and what was the decision ultimately to say, okay, Austin, like I'm going to invest into Inner Circle and make this move so that you guys can build it in yourself, or that so that you guys can build it for us. What was that process like, and like why did you do it?
Well, I mean, obviously we talked about this beforehand, but like we looked at other options, like to try to build Notion, right? We're all trying to figure out how to do it the best way and, the cost-effective way. And at the end of the day, I think the decision that we had to make was, do we want to work with someone who has experience already doing this and has seen it from multiple different businesses? Your whole business operates off that anyway. And so like you have already gone through all of that, and you have a really great team that handles that as well. So I think it just came down to knowing that you guys had the experience of like the problems we were trying to already solve. You guys had already done that multiple times. And I remember we were talking as a team, or like trying to figure out like, okay, do we actually pull the trigger on this? Yes, is it expensive, but is it worth it? Absolutely. I would do it multiple times again if I could, just knowing what we know now. So I think it's just like we were in good hands. Could we have gone another route, and it, we would have had to go
explain
exactly. I don't
what
even know what
is.
What's possible. Do they know our business model? Do they know how we operate? And then like, would they build that to be cohesive? Probably not. And we would have come back like probably 6 months later, done it with you guys anyway. And we would have been like, why did we not do that?
And then we would have undone everything and ripped the Band-Aid off and reapplied it. So
for sure.
Okay, and then maybe for people watching this, like what exactly did we do? Like what were the insights into like, okay, we signed up. Like when you say, oh, Austin built my systems, like what practically does that mean for somebody watching who's like, all right, I'm in the same boat as you. I have a big team. I need systems, and I feel like I'm drowning, and I need data and all that sort of stuff. Like what actually happened?
Yeah. So like when it comes to systems, like again, you have to clarify like what systems do you actually need? Like, are you talking about a fulfillment system? Are you talking about getting data on your, like what's actually happening in your business? And I think that was like probably the first thing that you guys spent a lot of time with us on, is just like really talking through like, how does everything in the business work? Like, how do you guys, like what services you provide? Like, how do you guys fulfill those? What's your onboarding look like? Like you guys went through like every core step of like what our delivery process is, and then helped us basically break that down into like fundamentals that we can build out into a system. And like, hey, you guys are doing it this way. We would highly recommend doing it this way. It's going to be better. Or, hey, all your teams in the past been working off this type of board, but they probably should be doing this type of board instead. It's better for them. And so like, you guys sat and talked to us first. We got to explain everything. You guys sat there and listened. Met with each one of our departments where they got to then bring their own feedback of like, hey, I'm actually doing the work every day. This is what I would like to see. And these are the things we had in the past. Can we still have those things, or what's another way to make it better? And you guys were able to take that advice, apply that in as well. And then just like, as we're building it out, just constantly checking it. Hey guys, this is a new update we did. Hey guys, this is what we're doing for next week. What do you guys think about it? Just like all the little things before it actually being built out.
Yeah.
Versus like, it wasn't as much of us being like, hey, do this. It's like, hey, what do you guys do? And this is actually what we recommend for it. I think that's way better.
Yeah. Got a lot of context, and then we actually built it.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like, hey, go build this.
Yeah.
It's like, we actually built the whole thing inside of Notion.
And if someone's building your systems in like a week, they're probably doing it wrong.
Yeah, 100%. We're giving you some cookie cutter thing.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the fulfillment.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, good luck with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, it's, it took 60 days or so, but it's like, but it's good. Like, that's what you need if you actually want to end up, back end system.
100%. Yeah. And what has like the impact been of the system so far? So like, we've been using Notion for a little bit now. What's the impact now? And then what impact do you see maybe a month, 2 months, even a year from now from having a solid system?
I'll just give an example, like from literally last week. We had a situation in our process where we were realizing that like we couldn't actually precisely explain why videos were being late. Like we couldn't see what was causing the video to be late. And one of the things that you guys recommended was like tracking the dates on like everything. Yeah. Like, when does an idea get created? Yeah. When does it get sent to the client? When does the client record? When does the video first edit get done? When does it get posted? Like, all the little meticulous things so that we can look back on that. And then, last week we realized that we had a review process that wasn't like actually necessary. Like, it wasn't necessary for us to do in a whole other review process, because that was the bottleneck that was causing everything else to be delayed. So it's like, right from that point, I can actually see where in the process we're having issues, fix that issue, and then we no longer have the issue.
Sick.
And everyone else is like happy because they're not being blamed for things that's not their responsibility. Right. And it's actually just, we have
data driven.
Yeah, it's data driven, right? So like, decisions like that are huge. And just having like that high level view, like, I think you can also see like where the accountability is across the board. I know from this role, what are the core things they need to be doing? And if they're not met, I can make decisions on that, right? But I couldn't do that before because we had 10 people in the same role all doing it a different way. I don't know which way is better, or, it's just like, I have
more logical based decision. It's more logical, like, it's just like in front of you and it's glaring.
For sure.
What else, like, from like impact perspective, would you say? So like, that's an example, like team inefficiencies in the business, like time save, client.
Yeah, client, on the client side for sure. Like, at the end of the day,
the client experience.
Yeah, like clients, like at the end of the day, like our responsibility is to our clients, right? We're trying to deliver the best product, the best service to them as possible. And your systems not only help your team, but at the end of the day, they help your client, and they make sure that that client gets the best experience they can. Yeah. So, if they're coming in and you're a high ticket products, you're, claiming to be a good service provider, and all these, like, your onboarding's not down. Yeah. Like, your fulfillment's not down. You're missing deadlines. Like, your churn is going to be extremely high. So, like, as soon as you can start dialing those things in, your churn drops. Yeah. Your client satisfaction goes up. We can track client satisfaction. Like, we can track and see, like, how happy are they at? What would they want change? I can use that data to then make more decisions in the future. So, team side, absolutely. Client side is, we're already seeing the things come from that as well. And just making sure, like, they're getting the product they really should be getting at the end of the day.
Come on. Anything else to add on any of that?
I would just say, like, if you, I would say, like, if you're actually considering building systems, like, there's a lot of different ways you can go. And I personally would just say, like, they've just been great with it. Like, I don't have to do this test, talk to you about how it's been. Like, genuinely, it's been great to work with you guys. And so I just say, like, if you guys are on the fence about doing systems or trying to think of, like, how does this actually impact my business, as a owner or a founder of a business, like, your responsibility is to be able to see those things in one place. And you need to have systems. Like, you cannot live and run your business without systems. You need those. And you guys have systems, awesome systems. It's been really cool to see how you guys operate the business. It's been awesome to see, like, what's even possible with building systems. So I just say, like, do it. Like, it's been amazing to, actually be able to look at our business and make decisions in ways we couldn't do before. So yeah.
Come on. Systems, guys.